Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to go over my trading week. Now this is the first video of this series, which this series will be just going over my trade journal every single week and showing you the results unfiltered. As well, you see here my entire trade journal, so all the trades that I took this year, my win rate, losses, wins, total trades, total gain, total risk, total gain in percentage, all that stuff. So this week I took 4 trades, as you see at the bottom highlighted in green. One on Bitcoin, one on CAD JPY, one on Euro JPY, and one on Euro AUD. Now I had a pretty good week, ending up 8% in profit. This isn't every single week, as you see on the trades before this one happened, right? There are some losing streaks, there are wins, but at the end of the day, with the strategy that I trade, I come out profitable on top. Now, if you guys want to trade exactly like me, you should join my Discord server. I have forecasted all these trades live in my Discord server when they were happening, before they were happening, so my members were able to capitalize on these too. I'll show some results on screen, as I definitely did. We had a pretty good week overall in HBT, so in total everyone came out on profits. So yeah, that was very nice. Let's first start on the first trade, as you see here, which is Bitcoin. This trade was on the 15th and hit our stop loss. Now this is a perfectly fine trade according to our strategy, and I'll show you it very quickly now. The trade on Bitcoin, as you see, we had a break of structure to the downside and a sweep. Also, we are within 4-hour premium of price, so we're definitely looking to be selling. We then look for price to come into our entry and eventually hit our stop loss. Now this perfectly aligns with the Fibonacci range that I was trading to, so this is the perfect entry and is a valid loss in my opinion. If you then go back to our journal, we can see that we lost 1% on this, but then we had CAD JPY, which hit our take profit. Now, this is the exact trade on CAD JPY. If I go into replay it a little bit more before we enter this trade, this also was live forecasted by a member, so it was a really good trade. We see that we have a sweep of a high, which causes a structure break to the downside. We then draw our Fibonacci range, which aligns perfectly with this fair value gap right here beneath, and also a pretty good supply zone that you have here. I don't really look at supply zones, but they're nice to have in case of whatever, right? Just an actual addition, an extra probability within price. We eventually see that price comes up to our entry, taps us in really nicely, and starts leaving us behind. We then do see quite a retracement, but with my trading plan, I don't really move my stops that much. After the break that we did have here though, I did move my stop to this high, as I didn't see any valid reason for price to come back and go through this. If you were to go through this, I'd expect price to go through our stop loss, and I just want to prevent that if possible. Then eventually we see price a bit of a deeper retracement and eventually fall off to our take profit. It actually went a bit further than this, and one of my members caught this trade afterwards, this long position as well, took profits. So this is another trade that I could have caught. Isn't one that I did catch, but he did also forecast this in our Discord. So yeah, that was the second trade of this week, which ended up for a nice 3% profit. It says 2.75 because it gets the total account balance now, but it was just a 3% gain, as you see here as well, which hit take profit on this very nice trade. We then go over to Euro JPY, which is also a JPY pair, but is one of the very good pairs that have been performing just very well. Now I forecasted this in our Discord too. You see that we get a break of structure to the downside and a sweep of liquidity. So then we draw our fractal, or from this fractal high to this fractal lower fib range, and we see that this perfectly aligns with the fair value gap here. But I just want to give you, or get you to pay close attention to this gap here, how good this gets respected within price. You see it just taps in, sweep out the high right below it, and then falls down to our take profit for also a very nice 3 risk to reward. Very clean, very easy. This is how we trade, right? Now this is a very nice trade too. There were some members that thought they should delete this limit, but for me though, these highs are just a form of liquidity or form of build-up, which eventually we could shoot above, as we did here, right? We shot above it and then shoot down to our take profit. So this is a very nice trade too on Euro JPY, which also landed us a very nice 3% profit. And then the last trade of the week was Euro AUD. I actually got tapped in this before Euro JPY, so I should have probably done this one before, but it doesn't really matter. It's just the same concept, right? If you go to Euro AUD, I also forecasted this trade in our Discord. If we look at price, there's a couple of things that happened, right? First of all, on all these trades as well, we are in premium of the 4-hour. Now, some people were looking at this range, but for me, this range hasn't really broken any major structure point. So for me, the swing range or the premium and discount range is still this. We then do see price come up a little bit, show a retracement, and retrace into areas of price that were previously respected for me. Now, I don't normally look at this, but I do see a build up of a lot of orders here, which gives a drop to the downside. Now, we already reacted to get this potential drop, and we just wanted to get in on the retracement of this. So we draw a fib range from the high to the low, which perfectly aligned with our entry here. We had the structure break and also had a sweep of a high here. This all happened within this supply zone, so this is just extra for me. It's an extra probability. It's not needed for the strategy that I do trade. You then do see that we get tapped into our entry right there very nicely. We then do see some retracement and some more drawdown. We see a bit more drawdown than I like, but it's nothing for me to stress about. I know that at the end of the day, my strategy will prevail and will get me out in profits. So this is very nice for me. We didn't see price come up, sweep out the high here. For them, we just need to wait for a structure break. When I saw price rejecting like this, I started moving my stop loss. I trailed it to this high as I didn't see any reason for price to come and break through this for value gap and eventually go higher to our stop loss. So I did trail my stop loss there, which was also forecasted, and then eventually we snapped our take profit. Now I got out here on my funded account, but for some reason my FTMO account didn't really want to bug me out because I do trade on multiple funded accounts. But then eventually here it still hit our top TP. Of course I was a bit like, oh, why did it not tap me out? But I knew that there was a reason for price to go possibly even further down, so I just held, and eventually you do see price give a bit of a retracement here, but it did tap us out at both take profits, as you see here. So this week I was up 8% in total. Now if you just messed up a little bit here, we are 8% up in total, but on 2 accounts I'm 16% up, so I'm very happy with this week. This week brought me from -1% on my funded account to +7%, so I'm ready to request a payout. That will happen in about 5 trading days. I just need to complete the trading days before I can request my payout. So yeah, I'll definitely show you guys that possibly in the next weekly recap, as I'm trying to do this every single week for you guys. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications. Also, what I wanted to show is my entire trading journal, as I try to be as transparent as I can. You see a lot of stop losses, but also a lot of TPs. For me, it's very easy, as I've collected a lot of data on my strategy, that I know that this will prevail in the long term, most likely, right? Of course, there are sometimes changes that we need to be made to a strategy to make it even more profitable. But for me, I found this model in the past. Well, I started journaling this in the 1st of March, and that's actually when I started seeing more profits. So when I started journaling, so definitely start journaling if you haven't already. But you just see that over from now till the beginning of March till now, I've had a total of 39 trades. But yes, 23 losses and only 13 wins. But these 13 wins, they did give me a total gain of 18% on my account, right? So yeah, you can lose more than you win, which is normal within trading. Of course it is normal. Like, people always think that, oh, you have to win more than you lose. But I trade with a strict 1 to 3 RR. It's never more or never less, which always gives me the edge over the market, which means I can win 1 trade, lose 3 in a row, still be at break even. Right? Let's say that this was an entire week. I win this 1 trade on Euro JPY, and then I lose 3 in a row. I'm still at break even. Now this week, I believe, was these 4 trades. So I still ended up, or 5 trades. I still ended up in profits. But still that, right? Also here on Euro JPY, it showed a bit of my stop. So risk management is key. And for the people that are in my mentorship, they know that we can lose 3 trades or 4 trades, even 7 to 8 trades, and not be that worried. We'll just have to follow our data, start trading the exact same thing as we have done before, and we'll see the results. Also, people try to switch up the strategy after losing once. Once you're that losing is a possibility within your trading, you'll see so much more success within your trading. People are like, oh, I lost, or my strategy lost today. But no, you just followed your rules, and losing is a part of the game, right? So once you understand that you have to lose before you can win, and if you lose 3 times in a row and only win once, you're still a break even for the week. There's still no loss. If you only twice in a row win once, you're still a percentage up. If you lose 6 times in a row, only win twice, you're still a break even for my strategy then, because I trade a 1 to 3 RR strict every single time. It just happens to become profitable over a long period of time. So if you guys want to trade exactly like me, again, join my Discord server. Linked is in the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching the first of many episodes of my weekly recap. It's possible that I miss an episode once. I'll just do a bigger recap then, because I do know that my schedule gets quite busy in the weekends. So I might have to upload this a bit later, on like a Monday or a Tuesday once, but I try to upload this most of the time every Saturday around 6 p.m. GMT plus 2 or 3 p.m. GMT plus 2. Should have to find a time that works. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow my socials. Everything is in the description. Turn on your notifications for my channel too. And I'll see you guys in the next video.